techniques were not necessarily techniques I would personally like. He sold like house insurance, fire insurance, and he would take customers in his car and he'll drive them down to a burned down house, and he would park across the street and he would say, look at that house. Those people, poor people, did not have insurance on their house. And he would close the deal every single time, you know. People will buy based on fear. My, oh my, fear is a big, big motivator. Now, the next one is P stands for pride. Pride. People buy because they're proud. Look how nice you look. Look how pretty you look. How nice your hair looks. How nice your clothing looks. Why do you do that? You need clothing just to feel warm, or you need clothing so you don't get arrested. Why do you take all this time to look so nice? Because you're a proud person. That's why. I'll bet some of you, you know, if we looked underneath that clothing, you might have a ragged underwear on. No, not the ladies, no, because the ladies, their mother told them never leave the house. What if you were to have an accident? You'll embarrass the whole family. Am I right? But guys, oh my, what guy in this room did your mother tell you that? We guys can go on a trip for a week, forget our underwear, no sweat, turn it inside out, use it for 2 more weeks. And the I stands for imitation. Oh, how important are testimonials. Imitation. We all want to do what somebody else does. We all want to look as good as somebody we admire. Imitation is a big, big reason why people buy what they buy. But by the way, here's a little tip between you and me. I do a lot of executive seminars for executives about how to present themselves, including how to dress and how to look and so on. And the piece of advice I always give them is this. Remember, you're buying your clothes or having your hair done by someone who's probably making minimum wage. There's nothing wrong with minimum wage. But a person making minimum wage is not going to be the person who's going to take you to the zenith of success in your life. Because if they could, they would have already done it themselves. So I say to ladies, don't leave that to the hairstylist making minimum wage to fix your hair for you. You look at people you admire, you like to be like. People you see in them some good stuff. And you say, what are the similarities in the way they fix their hair? Take those pictures of the hairstyle and say, I want to look like that. Are you two okay? You seem to get excited about nothing. What is it that you had for lunch? You guys need to take some... You know the Prozac, right? No. Lifeguard. That's it. It's lifeguard. Yeah. Okay. The same thing with guys. You know, sometimes we'll buy our clothes from someone who's making minimum wage when we really need to listen to someone whom we admire and say, I want to be like that person. Because that person has already charted the course of success. I've already walked it, already found where the potholes are. I want to learn from someone who's done it. Difference between a failure and a success. The failure says, can I do it? The success says, how can I do it? Show me the way, and I'll get it done. So, that's why people buy. Here's why people would not do business with you. Here's why people would not be recruited by somebody. Here's why people would not buy a retailer product that we may offer them. 4 very important reasons. The first one is no confidence. No confidence in you, your company, or your product. Any one of those 3 will keep people from buying from us. No confidence. No confidence in you, your product, or your company. You gotta have confidence. If people have no confidence in us, why should they do business with us? No confidence. I already said confidence comes out of competence. Here's the second reason. No need. No need. Don't need it. I'm feeling good now. No need. Someone who says no need simply means you gotta persuade. You gotta show them how they can feel better, greater, live a more wonderful life. Third reason is no money. You've heard it a million times. Can't do it because I don't have the money. Here's what I found. about money. And some of you remember my telling you the story that when I was in college, as a junior in college, there were days I did not have enough money to buy food to eat. And yet as a junior in college, I put $17 a month on the first piece of land I bought and paid for it 1/4 at a time. And when some writer did a story on me this month, actually, November issue of Entrepreneur magazine, and somebody would say to me, how or what was the secret to your success? I'm always so amused by that question, because there is no secret to success. Not in the land of the free, in the home of the brave, not in North America. There are only systems for success. Starlight didn't succeed because of luck. In 4 or 5 years, it's become the leader in the industry because of its solid systems, both in product and process, because it attracts the finest of the finest, the best of the best. You sitting here today, that's why it succeeds. So, there are no secrets, but only systems, and they could be had by those who want them. No money, that means I haven't seen the value yet. That's why you and I can't be salespeople. You and I must be value interpreters. We must be value interpreters. When you and I have value interpreters, we create value in what we do, and people would want to get it. The last reason, of course, is no hurry. No hurry. But let me suggest something to you. I've summarized all this in 2 lines at the bottom of page 1. That's all you really got to remember, these 2 lines. Now, don't get mad at me when I tell you this, but it's the truth. The truth is the only reason someone will not do business with you or business with me is for these 2 reasons, nothing else. This is a whole sales seminar summarized in 2 lines. Reason number 1, they didn't explain it right, or in this case, we didn't explain it right. You did not explain it right. Because had you explained it right, they would have wanted to do business with you. They would have been recruited by you. They would have joined your team. They would have bought the products at retail. You didn't explain it right. You didn't touch their hot button. You didn't find what turns them on, what tunes them in, or what tones them up. Here's the second reason. They didn't believe you. They didn't believe you. You explained it right, but they didn't believe you. You got to explain it right, and you got to make sure they believe you. I don't know that I have time to tell the story, but I can't resist. Would you like to hear this wonderful, terrific, incredible story? Okay. Well, you talked me into it, so I'll tell you the story. I want you to imagine this. Now, imagine on a Saturday, some years ago, this was back in the early 80s. Sit back, relax. It'll take me 7 or 8 minutes to tell the story. It's a wonderful sales story. Don't worry about the workbook. Most of it you can read on your own. If you don't finish every page, we'll do it next time. Life is not a matter of quantity, it's quality that counts. So here's the deal. It was Saturday. I had blue jeans on, t-shirt. Hard to imagine me with t-shirt and blue jeans, isn't it? I drove my car over from High Point, where I live, to a neighboring city called Greensboro, North Carolina. Well, good, then this story is going to mean something to you. I drove into a place called Pickard Imports, a car dealership that sells Mercedes and Volvos. I got out of my car, walked into the showroom. There were 7 salespeople there, all standing by the wall. Nobody bothered to talk to me except this one young salesperson. I could see all the other salespeople thinking to themselves, this young guy can't really figure out a good customer. He's obviously new. He's obviously inexperienced. And they were watching his activity. He came over to me and he said, hello, sir. How may I serve you today? I liked him already because most people say, can I help you? No, do I look like I need help? No, I don't need help, but serving, maybe I need something. I said, oh, well, I'm just looking around. He said, sir, let me just ask you a question. He said, sir, what model Mercedes do you own now? I said, I ain't got one. He said, that's funny because you look like a man who would and should have one. I was falling in love with the guy right there and there. He took 27 minutes to show me every model on the floor, let me kick all the tires I wanted to kick, showed me a 7-minute video, told me why a Mercedes is a car of style. It's not ostentatious like maybe a Rolls Royce might be in the city in which I live, how Mercedes would last forever, how Mercedes would be a great write-off. In 83, 84, we could ride over 7 years and then get another one. And at the end I said, I thank you very much, and I began to leave. He looked at me with pad in one hand and pen in the other and said, Sir, may I have your name, please? Wow. The guy with a pad and pen is expecting some stuff. You better give him the stuff. I said, sure, my name is Ray. And watch to see what he's going to do. A dumb salesperson would say, Mister, would you repeat it? I'd say, sure, my name is Ray. A smart salesperson would say, what? Would you spell it for me, please? I said, sure. I couldn't have said, yeah, he would then know that I am a foreigner, right? No. So I said, sure, it's B as in boy, E-I. N as in Norman, he put it down. It wasn't but 2 days later he called me up. He said, Mr. Cuban, gotta tell you, Mr. Cuban, we just got the car you're looking for. Now go back to 83. That was a 450 SEL. He said, metallic blue on the outside, navy blue on the inside. It is a beauty. And he said, Mr. Qubein, or Mr. Cuban, I'm dying to show it to you. I said, dear friend, I'm a very busy man. I travel some 150 days a year around the world. I had no time to really come over and look at a car. He said, Mr. Cuban, just maybe I can bring the car over to you. I said, 3:30 today, I'll be glad to see you, but remember, 3:25, you're going to be 5 minutes too early, and 3:35, you're going to be 5 minutes too late. He said 3:30 will be, and by golly, 3:30 it was. And it was obvious to me that his manager did not trust him, because he came right along with him. Showed me the car, let me drive it around the block. I fell in love with this machine, and I wasn't even going through midlife crisis. I took it to my office and I wrote him a check. In 83, that was $42,000. Same car today, $120,000. He picked up the money. He walked out of my office. He went into the lobby of my office. There were 4 secretaries there, strategically located, one in every corner. In a voice everyone could hear, he looked to me. He said, Mr. Qubein, I admire you. I waved to all my secretaries to stop working, start taking some notes. I said, really? Why? I got time. He said, Mr. Qubein, it's not every day I work with a person who's a business person like you. I know what you do there. You did not spend your money. You invested your money in something very worthwhile. I know what you're going to do. You're going to drive that car around. You're going to feel safe. That's number 1. You're going to feel good. That's number 2. You're going to live in style. That's number 3. Oh, Mr. Qubein, I know. You're going to put this car on business. You will depreciate this car over 7 years. Oh, he said, what America needs are more refugees like you. I felt like giving the guy a $10,000 tip. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, well, thank you very much. You honor me with your comments. I really appreciate it. He took 2 steps forward. He stopped. He looked back at me. Now everybody sitting there taking notes. He said, Mr. Qubein. He said, Mr. Qubein, you know, when I work with a guy as smart as you, the least I can do is to be totally honest with you. I said, hey, I'm into honesty. Honesty, integrity, ethics. You're talking my language. What do you got in your mind? He said, Mr. Qubein, I feel badly about this because I really didn't tell you the whole story. I said, the whole story? Beginning to sound like Paul Harvey. I said, what are you trying to tell me? He said, well, you see, he said, Mr. Qubein, I don't know how to tell you this, but this car comes in a set. I said, in a what? He said, you heard me correctly when those German engineers made this machine. They made it with such precision, they never intended for it to be parked in your garage all by its lonely self. I said, I don't want anyone or anything to be lonely. Now we got a problem. I said, what are you saying to me? Oh, he said, when they made this car, this 4-door sedan, they made for it a sister car. I said, a sister car? He said, yeah. They call it the Coup model. Well, he said, Mr. Qubein, I want you to imagine this now. Summertime, you're at your place down North Clifton, South Carolina, driving that baby with no top at all. In the wintertime, he said, you drive that car with a sturdy metal top, and in the autumn and in the spring, it's beautifully made, gorgeously designed fabric top. I said, you find me a metallic gray, and you just sold another car. And he wet his pants right there in my office. We built a little glass house.